you enjoy the little demo room? I hope you did. That's called the Werm. It's a cardistry technique and move by two guys actually, Dan and Dave Buck. These were the originators of cardistry. It's pretty much the limits of my ability with cardistry. So what is cardistry then? Cardistry is using cards to make pretty art, essentially. Rather than magic, it's an art form. It's very flashy. If you YouTube or Google cardistry, you'll see some stuff that I have no idea how they do. But some of my students at school saw me practicing the Werm. I wanted to know how it was done. So we're going to give it a go today. Now, if you haven't yet done the tutorial for the Z grip or the Z cut, I'll put a link here. Do that first. If you already know how to do the move, great. But if you don't know how to do a Z cut, you're going to need it to do today's move. There's a few other prerequisites I'll go into. I'm going to show you the move over the shoulder and then from the front. And if you are holding the cards in the left hand, follow along with the over the shoulder. If you prefer the cards in the right hand, follow along from the front as if I'm a mirror. Because it is a very complex move. You're going to drop cards. I'm probably going to drop cards while showing you the move, trying to do it slow. So yeah, just give it a go. Do it seating, sit on your bed or your sofa, somewhere where you can pick up the pieces easily. It's quite advanced, so if you're still very new to cards and card magic and things like that, maybe just watch it for a giggle. But always be willing to challenge yourself, and yeah, thanks. And thank you to all the new subscribers as well. My number's creeping up. When I get to 100, I might try and do something special. I haven't decided what yet, so if you have any ideas, let me know in the comment section. Then grab a deck of cards, and let's give this a go, shall we? Okay, so the Werm. The prerequisites for this move, you need to know the Z grip. So as I said, I did a tutorial on that, but very quickly, the quick version, it's where you take about a third of the deck, balance or pivot against your finger, then pull half of that lot with your index finger against your thumb to this position. Okay, so do watch that tutorial if you haven't yet learned how to do that move, because I go into it in a bit more depth. You also need to be able to pivot one card from the deck, like that. Now, it's early in the morning, my hands are cold, and having just obviously gotten washed and cleaned and everything, I haven't got a lot of tack to my fingers, so you're going to often see my hand disappear as I lick my finger, because that'll make it stickier. Now, if it's the middle of the day or an evening, you've had a long day, then your fingers will naturally grip the card better because it'll be a little more oily. And you won't be able to do this if you've just done any washing up or anything like that, because the oils will be gone. Because if you notice, if you just try and do that now, you'll find it really hard if you've got squeaky clean fingers. So just lick your finger. You also need to be able to do it with your thumb on the underside, like that. Okay, so you go Z grip. So what, I'll do it once through, talking as I go, and then I'll slow it down again. So you go 1, pivot, kick, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then pose. So it's Z grip, and then take my deck holding hand and bring it up so that the middle deck turns vertical, and then I turn my wrist to get this position like a little C or a Pac-Man. Yum, yum, yum. Then my index finger on my supporting hand. So I've got deck hand, supporting hand. Supporting hand, I kick and pivot one card. And what it is I push it, it hits my middle finger and it turns. And then I rest my pinky on top. So the bit where you're going to drop some cards, if I bring that down, I'm a little bit out of shot. So let's go again. I'm just trying to keep, there's so much going on, trying to keep it in shots is a little tricky because I've got a tripod leg in the way. So we go 1 to Z cut, deck hand pivot, let's make a little C, index finger on support hand, kick a card, rest the pinky on top. How's that look? If I just come up, there we go. Okay, then you go side to side a couple of times. And then as you get to here, your thumb on deck hand is going to come down. Now the hard part at the moment is this. Okay, supporting everything there. So that might take you a little bit of practice, okay, to be able to hold the cards in place upside down like that. You're gripping hard with these two. Okay. This is going to be a long tutorial because it's a very complex move, especially to teach. So we're here, and then your thumb is going to come down. So you go one, two, three, down, and it's going to slide. Now my thumb's now too dry and clean. So I'm going to lick, there we go. And it pushes the card up, and then as you slide back towards yourself, you'll see it hits the deckhand little finger, and I end up in this position again. So we're here. We go 1, 2, card up as you come back on yourself. Balance there. It'll take a minute to tidy up a little. Right. So from the back, that is what I'm holding. I told you this was complicated. 5 packs at once. Now my thumb, which did the kick, is out on the outside, and it's going to come round and it's going to go underneath here. See where it is? Okay, it's going for what will be the head. And it grabs it and it just pivots it back out. And then you're done. Because that comes up, that you twist a bit more, and then you make a pose, and you've got your little wormy creature, or snake, or whatever you want to call it. Right. Let's go again. Ooh, that's hard work to hold that at this angle. So normally, obviously, if you see the demo, I do it quite upright, but I've got a tripod leg in front of me, and I'm trying to keep on shot. So I'm constantly looking up, trying to look at the screen, because I do have some feedback that I sometimes go out of shot on some of my tutorials. So we go Z grip, kick a card. Got that bit, hopefully. As I said, lick your finger if you're struggling. The demo reel I deliberately didn't do first thing in the morning. I did it in the afternoon. And even then I dropped loads of cards, and it's going to be a choppy demo. You have to edit it. See up here. So you should have a square. You go 1, 2, 3, down, kick a card. So when I kick that card, if I just jump out, I'll show you what I'm doing. I'm going, I'm under here, and I'm going like that. With the tip of my paint covered thumb to get that card to come out. Okay? It pivots against my other thumb. So you go, oh, too many cards, far too many cards. You go 1 on top, hold this position. Get used to this position. It gives you a chance to tidy up as well if you've come out a little wonky. I can use my thumbs and fingers to just tidy up a bit. So that way I kick up the card, so as I come back I catch the card. My thumb comes round, grabs here. Then once I'm here, I just have to straighten up. And then just play around with it. And it's like wiggly, wiggly worm. There you go. Right, now I'll go through it from the front. And then we'll see if I have any other thoughts or tips as we go. Okay, let's try that again from the front. So we go Z grip. So do remember, if you're trying to follow along, I'm now a mirror. So if you're holding the cards in your right hand, it'll make more sense what I'm doing now. But if you hold them in the left hand, now it might be a little bit confusing. So, Z grip. Pivot a card out. Okay, so all that is this. Z grip, pivot, come up to a square. I don't know if you can see that very well. Okay, we go like this, we go there, the thumb comes down, it gets 1 card, And as I pivot back towards myself, it catches the card between my support hand and my deck pinky. Now I come under. Oh, I haven't quite cleared them very well, but we get it. I grab that pack with my thumb and I come out. Let's go again. You're probably going to, if you're trying to do this, you're probably going to pause and rewind a few times. Don't be afraid of that. It's completely normal. So we go Z grip, up, up, kick. See? I'm doing the card like that. I'm in this position. If you can see it. My thumb on my deck hand is coming under here, covered in paint. I pull that out, and then it's just a case of straightening up, adjusting this one, because sometimes that can be a little weird on its angle. And there's your worm. So there you have it, the worm. Everybody, there you go. So that's the worm. It's a cool piece of cardistry. It's just quite good fun to do. It's not magic, it's just fun. So give it a go. Subscribe if you enjoyed that video. Subscribe and let me know in the comments below what kind of things you'd like to see in the future. Yeah. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.